Hi, so this is my advanced traffic controller for the intersection of Academic Street and Bravado Street. So here we have the sensors, which is TIA East, which is the sensor on the east side of Academic, TIA West, this is on the west side of Academic, TV South, the sensor on the south side of Bravado, and TV North, the sensor on the north side of Bravado. And here we have the light on Academic and the light on Bravado. Since both Academic and Bravado are two-way streets, we would need two of each light, but they act in similar ways, so I found it unnecessary to duplicate it on a simulation. So here, if we let the simulation run right now, the sensors don't sense any cars. There's no cars at the intersection, so the controller just cycles through each state since it doesn't have to wait for any cars. And if we press the clear, it'll go back to the first state, which is green on Academic and red on Bravado. And if it's green on Academic, then any cars on Academic can go straight. And if there are any, then either this will sense moving cars, or this will sense moving cars, or both will sense moving cars. And if we let the simulation run, it'll stay in this state as long as there's cars moving on either side. And if there are no more cars, then the light on Academic will turn yellow and then red. But also, the left turn signal on Academic will also be on, so cars on Academic can turn on to Bravado, and if there are any, then the sensors on Bravado will detect moving cars. And if we let the simulation run, it will stay in the state since there are still cars moving from Academic to Bravado, and it doesn't matter if it's only one or both. It will stay in the state until there are no more cars turning, and then light on Academic will turn yellow and then red. And when it turns red on Academic, the light on Bravado will turn green, allowing straight traffic for Bravado. So if there are any cars on Bravado that are moving straight, the sensors on Bravado will detect moving cars, and letting the simulation run, it will stay in this state since there are still cars moving that are detected by sensors, and also it doesn't matter which sensor. And if there are no more cars moving on Bravado, light on Bravado will turn yellow and then red, and the left turn signal will also turn on. And here it's basically the same principle. Cars from Bravado can now turn to Academic, and if there are any cars that wants to make a left turn from Bravado to Academic, then the sensors on Academic will detect moving cars, and letting the simulation run, it'll stay in this state since there are still cars moving on either side of Academic from Bravado. And when there are no more cars, the light on Bravado will turn yellow and then red, and we're back in our first state. So I'll just simulation run, and that's pretty much it for my simulation of an advanced traffic light controller for Academic and Bravado, both being a two-way street. And thanks for watching.